What's up, everyone? This is the Lucas Ross Sports Channel, and it is time to give you my 5 reasons why I believe TCU could defeat Michigan in the college football playoff semifinal game, which is happening on New Year's Eve. Basically, how this video works, it's not simply a prediction. I won't give you my predictions till after Christmas, because that's when the week of the games will come on New Year's Eve. And that's how I've been doing it. We done Georgia, we've now done Michigan yesterday, and those 2 videos have been really good views. Hopefully this TCU video will get up there as well. TCU team that just lost the Big 12 championship, but they got in there as a number 3 seed, and I'm just going to give you 5 reasons why I think TCU could defeat Michigan in the college football playoff semifinal. It's just like how keys, like keys to the game. Like, what are the keys going into this game for this TCU team? What do they need to do to win this game against Michigan? And also, that's what I've been doing for the first couple, videos with Georgia and Michigan. So that's how it's going to work. But let's get right into it here with my 5 reasons. And before we start this video, the Heisman Trophy ceremony is tonight. I don't know who I think will win, but I'm really confident with my pick. I believe it's going to be Caleb Williams. I mean, I kind of, predicted it a little bit, but we'll see how it goes tonight. But let's get right into it here with this video. And we'll start with the number 5 reason for TCU. I think it's the running game of this TCU team. I mean, looking at the running game, it's, they don't really run the ball that much, but, the passing game has been going well for them. They're going to need a lot of experience and a lot of running from their running backs. I mean, the running game was, a little bit strong against Kansas State in the Big 12 championship. And this is a team, like I said, just lost the Big 12 championship a week ago, but they still got in there as a number 3 seed. I knew TCU wouldn't really be doubted out of the college football playoff. And I think TCU, their running game is going to have to be the reason why I think they can win this game. I'm not saying they're going to, but it's the key there for them. It's really the key. They got some talented running backs in the backfield. If their offensive line can give the running backs, plenty of room, the offense is going to be really explosive going into this game because the offense has been really good all year long. But the running game is going to have to be the big story here in this one. And that is my number 5 reason why I think TCU could defeat Michigan in the college football playoff semifinal. Moving on to number 4, that is Sonny Dykes. The way he's coached this team this year is just unbelievable. I mean, we did not expect TCU to be in the college football playoff. At the end of the year, and this team just keeps rolling because of his coaching. The whole coaching staff is good. They got a good offensive coordinator, and yeah, I mean, this is why I think TCU is a team that has made the college football playoff, and also they made it to the Big 12 championship. I know they lost that game, but at least they're heading into a big stage where they could possibly pull off an upset. I'm not saying they're going to. I'm saying they could possibly pull off the upset because it's been a crazy college football season. And Sonny Dykes is the reason why TCU is in this position where they were. Last year they went 5-7. The defense was horrible. And they have been so much better this year. We'll talk about the defense in just a minute. But yeah, Sonny Dykes has got it done for this TCU team. But I think, his coaching is really good, but he's going up against, a coach that has experience in the playoff from last year. Jim Harbaugh has experience. You got Kirby Smart also. And, Ohio State's coach Ryan Day is pretty much, I really think he's not an experienced head coach in the playoff, but, I know he's been there at times. But, yeah, Sonny Dykes, this is a big stage for him as a head coach, but we'll see how it plays out for him when we head into this game on New Year's Eve. So that's my number 4 reason. My number 3 reason is the defense for TCU. I just talked about the defense not being all that great last year on the defensive side of the ball. This is a team that gave up like 34 points a game last year, I believe. And they have been so much better this year at stopping the run. And I think their best defensive game of the year was probably against Texas. Like this image right here. They played really well against Texas. And, all year long, this TCU defense has been really, really good. I mean, they are a well-motivated defensive team. They gave up 31 points in the Big 12 championship, which, I think it was just a game that, they probably didn't take seriously. and we're probably going to roll over in that game. But like I said, anything can happen in college football. I mean, you just never know when these upsets can occur. I mean, they can occur anywhere, like in the bowl games, also the college football playoff. We might have a number 4 seed move on to the national championship. It's happened at times. Do I think it happens this year? Well, it could. You never know. It could happen this season. But the defense is the whole reason why I think TCU is like, with 1 loss on the year. So this is why they're so good on the defensive side of the ball. I just like to see what this defense can do as they head into this game against Michigan. They're going up against a Michigan team that is so explosive on the offensive ball. That's going to be another key there, just to stop the running game of Michigan, because they got some talented running backs in the backfield. Number 2 reason is Quentin Johnston. He's the best wide receiver for this TCU team, and probably the best wide receiver in the country. He's going to have a big game here for this team. I think Max Duggan's going to have to go to him at all times. And I believe that's the reason why Max Duggan is a Heisman contender and also a Heisman finalist, is because of this guy right here. Quentin Johnston has been able to really catch Max Duggan's footballs in the end zone. And that's what makes Max Duggan a great quarterback. And that's what makes Quentin Johnston a great wide receiver. I mean, I think Quentin Johnston is a future NFL star as well. And if he can have a big game in this one against Michigan, he's going to lead this team to the national championship. I think Max Duggan's going to have to go to him at all times. He's going to have to get wide open routes, get past his defender as well, because Michigan's got a good defensive team. They are so good on both sides of the ball in the defense. They can stop the running game. They can also stop the passing game. And it's going to come down to the wide receivers as well for, this whole TCU team. But I think Quentin Johnston is pretty much the reason why TCU is such a great passing attack team. And that's why I think, also he's one of the best wide receivers in the country. And he leads the team in receptions. I did some receivers, obviously they're the reason why they get into this position. And, Brock Bowers was the reason why Stetson Bennett got into the position where he's at today. And then it's Quentin Johnston here. I didn't really have any receivers for Michigan. I just had the running backs and everything. That's the reason why they're undefeated. So, but Quentin Johnston is the reason I think TCU could defeat Michigan in the college football playoff semifinal. That's my number 2 reason. And my number 1 reason, you're probably already going to figure it out, and that's going to be Max Duggan, the quarterback for TCU. You look at where Max Duggan has been in his entire career as a quarterback. He had just had heart surgery, and look what he's done for this team. Max Duggan continues to succeed every single game. In that game against Kansas State, they had to drive it all the way down the field, and Max Duggan is the reason why this team just keeps continuing to succeed, and he's been really succeeding in all those comebacks that TCU has had. They couldn't do it this time, though, against Kansas State, but here in the college football playoff, this is a big stage for him. And also, he's a finalist for the Heisman Trophy tonight. So, I kind of would like to see Max Duggan win it, because of what he's been through. It would be an amazing story if he does win it. But still, my prediction is Caleb Williams to win it. But, I really have a lot of respect for this kid. Max Duggan is the reason why TCU continues to succeed every single game. And he's going to be the reason why I think Michigan could defeat, or actually TCU could defeat Michigan in the college football playoff semifinal. It's just going to come down to him. He's going to have to pass the football pretty well. His offensive line is going to have to really protect him against a Michigan defense that is really good at stopping the run and also the passing game. Just like I talk about it, I think the nerves are going to be a little bit high for Max Duggan, but we'll see how it goes. If he can take care of the football in this game, he's going to be really the reason why TCU would probably move on to the national championship. And those are my 5 reasons why I think TCU could defeat Michigan in the college football playoff. Let me guys know what you think about these 5 reasons, and keep the views going and keep the subscribers going if you are new to this channel. And stay tuned here for more on the Lucas Ross Sports Channel.